Welcome everyone. In this session, we have learned about the creation of vendor. So we have to see that how to configure our vendor accounts group, then number range for vendor, assign number range with vendor account group, create vendor table, and also some additional configuration of S4 HANA at the time of vendor creation. So let's start. So now we have to create a vendor accounts group, so put the ticket OBD3. Now we have to click on new entries, put the account group, VEN for vendor. Now put the meaning, it's domestic vendor. So if you want to create a one-time vendor, so you have to click on this tick box, click on this box, and if you want to create a domestic vendor, so no need to click this box. The difference between the domestic vendor and one-time vendor is the domestic vendor, like the vendor, from this vendor uh, we can buy the goods several times, but in a one-time vendor they will provide the goods for one time. So that's the basic difference for domestic vendor and one-time vendor. So now we have to save our data, click on save. Now we have to create our number range for vendor, so put the code skn1 xkn1. So now click on interval, click on insert line plus symbol. Here put the number range, so the number range is VE, and put the number from number to number. So from number is 77, then 0, and to number is 77, then 9, multiples of 9s. Then click on external. So here one thing is that when we are using the ACC server, so in that case we do not click on external, but when we use the SAP S4 HANA, so we have to click on the external box. So our VE number range has been created. So now we have to assign our number range with our vendor accounts group. So the T code is OBAS. Put the T code OBAS. Click on position and search the group which is VE and VIN, and put the number range here VE and click on save. So our accounts group which is assigned our number range which is VE. Now we have to create our vendor. So before creation our vendor, we are using SAP S4 HANA, so there has some additional configuration are there. So in SAC server, for creation of vendor we use FK01, FK02 and FK03 T code for creation, display, edit and display purpose. So those are T codes now obsolete in SAP S4 HANA, and we use the T code BP for creation of vendor and customer in SAP S4 HANA. BP, the full form of BP is business partner. So now we have to configure some additional information for the creation of vendor or customer in SAP S4 HANA. So put the T code SPRO here, then click on SAP reference IMG, click on cross application components, click on yes, SAP business partner, then click on business partner, then click on basic setting, then click on number range and grouping, then define number range here, click on interval and define the same number range which is V, which we have also created at the time of vendor number range in XKN1. So the same number range and number format will be defined at the time of business partner creation. So click on interval, click on new line item or plus sign, the number range is V, and the same number format also we have to define here, which we have created earlier in XKN1. So the same thing will be happen, but here we do not click on the external box and click on save. So our data has overlapped with some other number, and so we have to click on again the new line item or plus sign and put the same number format also, because it's first time it's overlap with the other number range. So again we have to put the data, and now the data has been saved. So now we have to check it again that it's created or not. So here it is VE, the number range has been created. This is our VE number range for vendor. Now define grouping and assign number range. So click on new entries here. Put the group VEN. VEN, short name is VEN for SD01. Description is VEN for SD01. And the number range is VE. Click on save. The data was saved and now click on back. Click on position and check our grouping that it has created or not. Yes, it is. It's created. So now go back to the home screen. Now put the decode PP and click on organization. So okay. So now select the VN underscore SD01 and in the grouping field and in a create in BP role here we have to select vendor. Click on create and then we have to check the BP role which is FLVN00. So fill the details. Name, we put the name vendor and then vendor for testing. Search item for vendor. Search term is also VN underscore SD01. Put the address here. In identification tab we can put IN3 for GST number. So fill the tax number. Then there are some other tabs also there. As per business requirement you have to fill those tabs. Then click on company code. Here put the company code SD01. Press enter. Then put the reconciliation account. So we have to open a new window. Put the T code FS00. So here we have created those GLs which is needed for our business operation. So change our company code and now here in the liability GL we find that one Sunday creditors GLs is there, so we have to copy this GL number, GL account number. So here in a type of description I have maintained those data. GL account type balance sheet, accounts group, liabilities, short text, Sunday creditors, GL accounts, long text, trade payable. In a controlling data fill the account currency which is INR, recon account group is vendor, short key is 012 for vendor number, and create bank and interest here field status group is G067 for reconciliation accounts. So now we have to copy those GL account number and paste it in a reconciliation account in BPT code. So click on save. So here some other tabs are there, vendor payment transaction. So if any payment terms we have created, so we can put here tolerance group, we can put here house bank, also put here. If we create a payment method, so we can fill those payment method in this field. If we create a dunning, so in that case in a dunning procedure field we can put this dunning. Vendor status here, and also withholding tax tabs are there, so we can fill our withholding tax type or tax code, and also recipient type here at the time of TDS transaction, TDS tax calculation. So after that we have to click on save. Okay, it's showing a error message. So okay, before creation of BP we have to do some other configuration also. So now we open a new window. Okay, here we also put the language English and then click on save again. Now it's showing a error message. So there has some other configuration also there, so we have to open a new window. Then put the SPRO, SAP reference IMG, then cross application components, click on uh, okay, we have to click on master data synchronization. So click on master data synchronization. At first put the SPR SCP, then click on SCP reference IMG, then click on master, then click on cross application components. After that we have to click on master data synchronization. Here we have to click on customer vendor integration, then click on business partner setting. Here we have to click on setting for vendor integration, then click on field assignment for vendor integration, then click on assign key here, then click on define number range for direction BP to vendor. So here we have to click on new entries, click on new entries, VN groupings, VN, press enter. So now in a meaning it has shown the domestic vendor for TCS, but it's and also click on the same number range. Now it has shown that the domestic vendor is TCS, so we have to update this that it's not for TCS, it's for SD01. So we have to go back. So we have to go to the accounts group. the T code for account group OBD3, click on position, put the T code vein, sorry T code, it's not T code, it's accounts group vein, and here we have to update the meaning domestic vendor for SD01. Click on save. So now click on back, go to the last page and click on back, and now we have to click on this position and check this that it has updated the domestic vendor for SD01. So now back to the BP screen. Here now we have to click on save. So our vendor has been created, the business partner, this number range has been created now. So here if we do any changes or edit our vendor, so we use this T code FK02, or if we want to display the vendor details, so we use the T code FK03. So put the FK02 T code, put the vendor, select all and press enter. So we can edit those details. Or if we want to display the vendor details, so we use the T code FP03. So we do it on it as only show the vendor details. Now we have to check the vendor table. So the T code is AC16N and the table is LFA1 and LFB1. LFA1 is used for the header part details and LFB1 is used for the line item details. If any transaction is done, so we use the LFB1 for getting a full details. So at first we use LFV1. So put the table name LFV1, click on execute, put the company code SD01, click on execute. So those transaction line item details are shown of all vendors which has been created in our organization. So now all are comes in a zero because there has no transaction has been made yet. Click on back. Copy the vendor number. Now use the table LFA1, put the vendor number, click on execute. So it will show the header details of this vendor like address, language, etc., GST number, etc. So in this session we have learned that how to create vendor accounts group to maintain vendor number range, assign number range with vendor accounts group, create vendor using BP, and also vendor table. So thank you for all.